Well, welcome Vegas Downtown Report, folks, and folks from WRDN. I am at the 4QUEENS. We're in the North Tower with Tim Lager and also Joe. He's the head of construction. And thank you to Tim for giving us an update on the construction and the remodel of the new, of the North Tower. Tim, I guess first, this is quite the deal here. You guys are really making a whole bunch of changes to this tower.
Yeah, we're gonna have, when it's done, it'll feel like a brand new tower. You won't realize it was built in 1966. So in here, you'll see that this is one of our suites. Everything was stripped down all the way back to obviously plumbing is a major issue for us. And so in the windows was another major thing with us down here on Fremont Street and all the entertainment. The sound is very, very loud. So you'll see here, these are the original windows that were from we believe these were replaced in the 70s, I believe. But it's a single pane window. It doesn't buffer the sound or the solar. When we go down lower, you'll see the brand new window systems that really buffer a lot of that noise in the sun. Another major part is everything's been stripped down all the way back to all the wallpaper. Everything's been pulled out. The bathrooms have been completely gutted. So it's all new mechanical systems, plumbing systems. So when you come back and see this next summer, you're going to see a brand new, beautiful room that you would see in any other brand new property.
So Tim, the biggest challenge was you had to go right down to the studs and you had asbestos, didn't you?
Yes, and obviously the buildings that were built prior to the mid-70s, I believe, always had asbestos built into the popcorn ceilings or the joint compound. So all that had to be abated first before they could do any construction. And you can kind of see there's some really unique construction materials here where it was more of a lath type system than framing and drywall. So if you can see just some of the remainders here that our construction people had to deal with, which is a lot more dense and heavy, and to remove it was a little more expensive than just a straight framed and drywalled building construction.
So Joe is he's the big construction guy. He's in charge of it all.
Joe Malone, the famous Joe Malone, been with us for many years. We've done several projects with CEI Builders. So yes, he's very famous. He was in charge of building our whiskey liquor up as well. And he was, we redid our South Tower several years ago in 3 different phases, which they did. Also the Apache rooms they did. So yes, we've been together for a long time. And,
so Joe, I'm thinking putting in a rotating bar is a lot harder than doing this, but there's probably been some pretty big challenges for you.
Yes, there's been quite a bit of challenges. You can see how the existing plumbing and versus the new plumbing are different on these suites. So we have to mark out exactly where the walls go and exactly where the new holes for the coring, for the drains and all that. And also using the old material and making it work with the new drywall and framing. And then also the plumbing, the new lines versus the old lines. Everything's all brand new. Everything's all brand new.
Wow. Now what I'll do is I'll stop the video and then we'll continue on because we're gonna go downstairs. But I guess first tell us about this glass. I mean, how can it be somber if it's glass?
It's double layer and it's thicker, and there's a 1-inch air gap between the glass.
Okay.
And there's no sliding openings.
Okay.
And that helps out also.
All right. So this is what, 19th floor?
19th floor. Correct.
Okay. So where are we headed to next?
We're headed down to 17.
All right. We're going to head down to 17. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're now on the 17th floor and with Joe and Tim. And again, thanks to Joe and Tim Lager with 4QUEENS. Joe, okay, we were talking about the glass. Tell us about this. Holy cow, this is the new glass.
Yes.
How thick is that?
That would be roughly inch and an eighth.
Wow. Okay.
So you have an air gap between them, which stops the sound.
Okay.
Also, these are for the south side, so they're going to be low E glass to keep the heat up.
Okay.
The sun just beats down on this south side.
Okay. And Tim, it was important for the ownership to do this because I'm thinking this glass isn't $50 a sheet.
It was very expensive, but one of our things is with our owner, Terry Cottle, he's always focused on the customer. And we knew we needed to deal with this tower. And obviously our economy's been a little rough lately and inflation's been bad. So a lot of people are kind of hesitant to do projects like this. He felt that it was time to do it. We need to take care of our customers. What we did is we focused on what our customers were telling us. So everything we did, for example, like this was built in 1966. Back then, bathrooms were much smaller. So that was another piece where we looked at their comments and what did they feel and what did they see. Well, a new modern room had bigger bathrooms, a little more spread. The sound was number one problem. So yes, the expense was great. It's in the millions to redo this thing for, you're thinking 19 floors, 305 rooms. It's a lot of windows. But that was the number one thing, is the customer experience. Number two, like I said, here the guys went out and they made the bathroom come out an extra foot. It's kind of amazing what 1 foot in the bathroom means, but it's a lot. The other thing that they did was the old style way where the door would swing in and then swing in towards the toilet. Well, it wouldn't give a lot of room for a lot of people. So when we get down lower, you'll be able to see that we have a sliding door system. And by doing that, it gives this really nice wide open area. And then we went from bathtubs to showers. That seems to be a very big thing with people. The other piece is we have full body showers, so it's whatever you like to have. It gives you the complete experience. So those are the kind of things that are very important to the owners. Whatever the customer's telling him, he wants to listen to and address. And the cost is as important as the quality of the experience.
And Tim, so when, I remember for a lot of folks, at least with Vegas Downtown Report, if you're staying at 4QUEENS, stay at the South Tower because it's quieter. This is going to solve that. It's
going to solve it, absolutely. This is going to be premier, and I think when we get down lower, you'll be able to see, actually with this new window system, it does have a small air system if you want to get fresh air in. And it's amazing when you open that up, the sound you hear, and when you shut it, how quiet it gets.
All right.
It really is real obvious then.
So Joe, where are we going to next?
We're going to go down to the 10th floor.
10th floor.
Yes.
We're on our way to the 10th floor. We'll be right back.
Painting here, I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're ahead of me.
Okay, so we're on the 10th floor here, but look, as you can tell, right on down the line here, this is like everything. And I guess, Tim, as I look down the hall, the hallway isn't being redone because that had been redone, right?
Yes, about 5 years ago, we completely redid the hallway. We removed all the ceilings, all new lighting, all new coverings. So when we got into this point, that's why this had to be protected the best we could. So the guys wrapped everything up and protected it. And obviously when the construction's done, they'll come through here, clean it all out, and then we'll do all the repairs and patches of anything that's been damaged.
Okay, so Joe, are we able to go down that far because of all the painting, or do we have to kind of stay on this end here?
No, we can go down.
Okay, we're gonna take a walk. Here we go. This is 10th floor. I can smell the paint.
Go right in here, painting away.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's how you paint. Wow. I don't think I could do that. I'm just gonna. I could have destroyed everything. I'd have volunteered to take out a wall, but I'm good at deconstruction, not construction. However, but you can tell everyone how this is like. Wow. This is like everything and more painting going on in that room.
Yeah, they're putting the final coat in, so.
How many coats, Joe, do they have to do?
They got one prime coat and then another and a base coat.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep going here.
Keep going, yeah.
We're on the 10th floor of the North Tower. We're doing some
away, yeah, cleaning up the paint.
Yep. That's the other part. Got to kind of try to keep everything from going too crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll follow you.
Walk down to the 9th floor.
Okay, we're going to walk down to the 9th floor. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back on the 9th floor, and we're in room 916. And okay, so Joe, tell us about where we're at here.
Okay, the room's already been painted. Right now, the towel setters are waterproofing the floors.
Okay.
And they're building the showers.
Oh wow! Now that wall isn't that like a cement wall?
That is a waterproofing. It's a thin layer of a waterproof material, which is applied with a thin set, and it's all waterproof all the way down.
Okay, wow.
And they're using. Let's see here if I can find a piece. This is a new system.
Okay.
New system is tapered, so that we can shape it to any size shower we
Okay.
need.
Wow. Okay.
Once they do that, they waterproof everything, and then the second phase, they would tile everything, and it's hard as a rock when they're done.
Wow. Wow. So now does this have the new windows in?
Yes, it does.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, oh, and that's, okay, so we're looking right at the Fremont Street experience here.
Yes, this is the above the canopy.
Okay. Now, Tim, you had mentioned there's like a way to get fresh air in and how it changes everything.
Yeah, and I think we'll do it here, but then when we go down to a lower floor, which
Sure.
has the carpet in and wallpaper, you can actually see Fremont Street experience.
Oh,
You'll
it's
be
just
able
those
to-
little,
Yeah,
it's just the little slat.
Yeah, and you can feel the air
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in, the fresh air.
Oh, wow. How cool is that? That's unique. Simple as that. All right.
Who's that? Yes.
Wow. Okay. And so where are we off to next, Joe?
We're going down to 6.
All right. We're on our way to 6. We'll be back. Okay, so we're on the 6th floor. This is 603. Oh, it's okay. So Joe, it looks like we're a lot more ahead here on where we're at. We have new carpeting in and everything.
Yes, new carpet, new wallpaper. The new windows are in. We have a.
Oh,
the
look at
tile.
that.
The
The tile is in now. Okay.
Subway tile with a nice hexagon tile on the bottom. You can see how the finished product is.
Okay.
You can't even tell it's foam now.
Wow.
Also, we have a linear drain, which helps out in the drainage.
Okay. And it is. I mean, just even though the room is open, there's nothing in here yet. It does seem like the sound is deadened. I can and so it seems like it's because of that glass. And yes, the carpeting helps too, but
Yeah.
it seems to be deadened.
Like that, yes.
And so here we are now. Where we're at. Okay, so we're behind everybody.
Yes,
okay,
we're on the
so
south side, and we'll show you the north side. We'll go down lower where you can see underneath the canopy.
okay.
Maybe take it to 4.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can take
5.
Yeah, 5.
5, I think.
But I think we're done over here. We can go down.
Yeah, where we can see something.
Okay, let's go down the
Yeah.
hall. Let's go down the hall. Okay, so we're gonna come out and we're back into the hallway. Again, that was room 603. And so now you can hear a lot of the work. And Christine's hiding, but she doesn't realize that she is gonna be part of this video. Because she's the one who's really in charge of this whole operation. It's not Tim and it's not Joel. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, so now, here we don't have the carpet in.
Yeah, not yet. The carpet's been stocked, ready to go for the crew on Monday.
Okay.
Okay, everything's all painted all out. We got the new fire alarms, new grills, new sprinkler heads. Everything's all brand new. And here we can see the Fremont experience.
Oh, hey, no, I kind of like this view. And the nice thing is we're not hearing anything, but if we open up
Yes.
that, we could actually maybe potentially, depending on what's going on.
You can hear the difference.
Yes, I can hear the outside now. Yep. All by just that little bit. You may not have heard it on the video, but wow.
There you go.
And now you can't hear anything. So to me, I don't know about the rest of you, but now this would be like, this is as good as Whiskey Liquor Up, man. I could just be right here and
A lot of people, a lot of guests like these rooms because they like to see the entertainment down there. They like to see the
Yeah.
videos. They like to see the people down there, all what's going on. This is the preferred level.
what they didn't like is the noise.
There's the noise, correct.
And that's been solved with these new windows. Wow. Okay, so now are we gonna go down to what, 4?
We can go down to 5.
We'll go down to 5. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're down onto the 5th floor. We're room 506. And Joe, this one's, excuse me, wow, it's even farther along than the other ones.
Yeah, it's further along, more than the other ones. We installed the shower towers, which everybody likes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dresses it up real well.
Okay.
All right, it's been switch plate and covered.
Oh, yeah.
Carpet base is all in. And again, these rooms facing the door is the preferred rooms for the 4QUEENS guests.
Yeah.
Because they get to see the Fremont Street experience.
Tim, when I'm out in potentially August for my vacation, this is the level I would
This is
like.
the level.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just down the road here. This is the level I would like. And I guess, Tim, can people when this is open, when they want to register or book a room, can they ask for certain levels?
They can. It depends on availability. So if it is available, they'll try to lock it in for them. We have a lot of repeat guests that like a certain room. So as long as we can facilitate, sometimes we can't. And the hard part is sometimes people will book in for 2 or 3 or 4 days or whatever, and all of a sudden that room is tied up for that weekend. But whenever we can facilitate, we're going to give them what they're asking for.
And so Joe, okay, so the 6th floor, the 5th floor, so all of these, how many floors are going to be what we have here where we're underneath the canopy and we can look around?
I think the 7th floor is the last floor you can see pretty much.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7?
4, 5, 6, 7, correct.
Okay, so those are the ones. So, and Joe, you mentioned one of the challenges has been you have to bring everything up on an elevator?
Everything has to come up through regular passenger elevators, and all the trash has to go out the same elevators. So we got people coming up, we got people going down, bringing material going up, bringing trash going down, and it's been a challenge. It's been, usually they got to start like 5 in the morning so that they can have access to the elevators.
Well, again, I so appreciate you giving us a bit of a tour. Now, Tim, before we go, and where's Christine? We got to go find her. We're going to go find her. She's hiding? Okay, we're going to go find her first because this is the person that's really in charge. And then we're going to talk with Tim here real quick. Where did you go? Oh, she ran away.
He's smarter than we are.
Oh, there. Come here. Okay, she was hiding. Come here. Okay, this is Christine. Okay, Christine, you're the one in charge. Now, you're in charge of all of the paperwork and getting stuff and getting things here?
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, just yup in short. Oh, no. Come on now.
Keep up with them, yeah.
How hard is it, though, to keep all of this organized?
Oh, not hard. I mean, there's days that are challenging, but, it's fun. It's
Are you happy?
exciting.
Are you happy to be let out of the 12 by 12 padded room and be on site?
Oh, yes. Very exciting.
What's the best part of that?
What's the best part of it? Actually getting to meet all the people on site.
Okay,
Instead of
okay.
just dealing with accounting and all the girls in an office, just getting to meet with all everyone.
How much paperwork have you had to do? Because there's been all kinds of removal of asbestos and getting stuff in. Are you? Is it a mountain?
Paperwork, yeah.
It's a mountain.
Lots
Okay.
of-
All right.
Lots of binders full.
Well, we had to. She's really the one in charge. She keeps Joe and. Joe orders glass and she's like, "Where did it go? I want to know." But so Tim, a couple of things before we wrap things up. I know that a lot of folks watching the video are going to say, "Okay, so is the old Mint Tower down the road?" But that's probably a little bit more than this one.
Yeah, that's a lot more complex than this one. And actually, Joe, CEI, the company, one of our things to try to figure out what it would take to do that tower is we went in and we scraped one whole floor. So we just went in, had them abate it, scrape everything out of it just to figure out what was there. That one is, as you can see here, we still have the walls for the hallways. The main structures are all here. It's a whole different thing. That tower has to be completely emptied out into a big empty space and then completely rebuilt. A budget on that, is probably $50 million, because it has to be, all the systems have to be done, fire systems, plumbing, electrical, mechanical, everything has to be done there. So this one's a good test for us because the towers are built in the same era. This is built in 66, that was 65. This tower has 305 rooms, that tower has 291. So it's a really good thing for us to be able to touch and feel of what this does to really get a really good budgeting plan for that one. Obviously this one, we need to finish first, but it helps the owner. His number one goal is to get that tower reopened. It's just hopefully we can get this one up and running, we can be profitable, we can see what kind of results it brings to us, and that'll help us really make a decision for that.
And I know if you can't answer this, what is the investment into this tower?
This one's $24 million. So it's half of what we estimate that one would take.
Okay.
And like I said, that's just a ballpark. Really would take, now that we've gotten through this, it would be very helpful for us to really get a tight number, which could be much less than that. We don't know.
And I know a lot of folks, myself included, okay, we have the new tower. We're not going to have the arrival of resort fees, are we?
No, and I'll tell you, that's our owner, Terry Cottle, is a firm believer. He just doesn't, he believes on value for his customers. He's adamant, if you look at our advertisement, never a resort fee. We're the only ones down here that do not have resort fees. So our Apache Hotel at Binion's, for 4QUEENS, we're the same way. So, and it's hard too, because a lot of people compare the room price, and they'll go online, and they'll go to Expedia, and they don't look at the fine print. What we've experienced over the last few years is that really upsets people because it's a hidden fee, and we don't believe in hidden fees. We believe in value. But we have now our room reservations, people receive more phone calls than they did before this resort fee thing came to life. And that's the first thing. They want to talk to somebody, they want to know their name, and they want to make sure there's no resort fee. So when they show up, they're not getting hit with something. So that's how our company's philosophy is quality and a value. So we feel we give that.
Finally, Tim, before we let you go, and again, thank you so much for giving us this little behind the scenes tour, and thank you to Joe. Did have a couple folks from the Vegas Downtown Report ask the poker room. Well, is it going to come back sometime?
No, and the hard thing about poker is it needs volume. And really, you need, well, quite honest, you need the rooms. What we experienced at Binion's, we purchased it in 2008. We actually built a new poker room, if everybody remembers, and we did very well with it until sadly we had to shut the tower down due to just it was in such disrepair we had to do it. What we've seen is as soon as the hotel rooms were gone, the poker room volume went way down because you need the bodies to play. So the reality is yes, we need rooms at the Binion's property before we could ever look at poker.
All right. Well, Tim, again, thank you so much. And I guess before we let you go, so when are we hoping to have this all up? Joe, and when's Joe going to be done?
The pressure's on Joe. We're saying it'd be next summer, the summer of 25. We don't have an exact date yet. Like I said, with construction, you just never know. But right now, everything's on schedule, on time, on budget. So we're real happy with that. Yep. So next summer, come visit us.
All right. And will there be a grand opening?
Yes, we'll have some our marketing people and social media people will come up with some stuff once we get everything firmed up. Yes, we were excited about it because you're going to get a brand new room product right here on Fremont Street, and this tower is the closest tower to the street. So, like you were seeing, the view, you're not going to beat the view. Nobody else has that view of Fremont Street than we do.
Joe, the pressure's on.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Joe and Tim. And again, thank you so much for giving us the tour. We hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I'm Brian Winnekins. Well, now, unfortunately, I have to go back to reality. I got to get on the way to the airport and go back home. But I'm looking forward to coming back out in April.